Hello everybody and welcome to the Planet Coaster live stream. I am Edward Lewis, part of the community management team here at Frontier Developments, and I am joined by a very, very special guest. So special that we only invited him on here today as a surprise guest. So
Hello.
David Bamber, recently promoted senior designer on Planet Coaster. Round of applause, please, everybody in the chat for the recent promotion. What a disappointing start to the live stream that is, though, when you load up and you think, oh, you see it on your phone and it says, Planet Coaster's just gone live. And you go, oh, great, I can go and see some Planet Coaster. And then you come on over and you look and you see sort of two men in their late 20s, early 30s. Yeah. Sorry, two men in let's just say late 20s.
Late 20s.
Rather than Bo,
Yeah.
who's usually here. So unfortunately, Bo is a little bit under the weather today. So we were going to do a challenge Ed and Bo tonight, but last minute we had to change things because she's feeling a little bit sick. So please, in the chat, can you give some absolute love to Bo as well, and some get well soon messages as well, because I think she will probably be watching, hopefully, maybe, and I'm sure she'll really appreciate it as well. So get well soon in the chat. And so, what do you do on the game? What is it that you do? And what did you do?
I always find this a difficult question to answer.
Sorry.
Yeah. Every time I go home, my mum asks me what it is that I do, and every time I give her a different answer. So
yeah.
It's
so what is it this week?
thing.
Well, whilst also being careful because we can't give away anything that's coming in future.
Yeah. So yes, I work on stuff like simulation and flat rides and scenery and stuff. Like, it's almost whatever comes across my plate. So I'll go and fix bugs sometimes, or I might help out with testing a specific thing because we're trying to, like narrow down a specific issue, or like it changes a lot.
Changes from day to day.
Yeah. And sometimes I'm just writing documents, trying to design something in the purest sense, but.
Yeah. Well, thank you
Yeah,
for doing it. Seriously, thank you for doing all that.
Super detailed rundown.
No, it's great, and everyone in the chat as well. Do thank Dave for coming along.
If you have, just keep asking questions because we can get into the specifics of it. Like, it's almost easier to answer a specific question.
Yeah,
how do you do this in the game?
Yeah,
because then I can tell you that rather than just. I do stuff.
You do stuff. So I suppose, yeah. So somebody says you're a genius there, which is nice.
Ah, thanks.
Yeah. It might have been Just Call Me Wendy calls you Dave. Said Dave is awesome, but that is Steve who works with you. So
that is
that's
Steve.
Kind of a little bit unfair to take any compliments from him as well. So tonight, what we're going to be doing is Jim319. Thank you, Planet Coaster, so amazing. Yes, I agree. It's absolutely awesome. And Joel says, nice T-shirt, Dave. Now, funny story about the T-shirt. Dave came in to sit down, and of course we have a green screen behind us. Yep. And Dave came in to sit down and was completely see-through.
Yep.
So you did have a very cool Zelda T-shirt on.
Green T-shirt, green hoodie. There are no choices.
Floating head. It was great. So instead I had to run downstairs and grab a Elite T-shirt. But it is a nice T-shirt.
It is.
Did you do some work on Elite beforehand?
I did
of course
not.
At Frontier we do. Oh.
I'm actually one of the very few people in the company who have never worked.
So you were on Planet Coaster from the very start then?
Yes, the very beginning.
Wow.
The whole
Cool.
way.
Well, that's great. How long have you worked at Frontier for?
I have my 5-year anniversary.
5 years!
In August.
Look at that, nice. So what we've got tonight, what we're going to do, of course, as we do when we bring on the developers, is we'll chat a little bit about what it is that you do, maybe go into some more specifics.
Yeah.
So that way
just keep asking questions, the answers will get better.
We can take some answers from the chat, we can take some questions from the chat as well, so we'll be watching you guys. Hello everybody, by the way. There's Bo, as we said.
Hi, Bo.
Once again, get well soon, and put your get well soons in the chat as well for Bo. We'll do a giveaway at the end because, hey, why not? Yep. I don't know what we'll give away, but we'll give away something. Maybe a signed poster or something like that.
Surprise.
It's a surprise giveaway.
It's not that surprising.
Tea break. Tea break, everyone. All right, and but what we're going to do is we do when we bring on developers that maybe have not been introduced. You were on the 24-hour live stream?
I was on the 24-hour live stream.
But this is for our evening audience, our 7 PM audience.
Yep.
The good ones. And we're insulting people, the best ones. We think we'd like to get you to show some of your favourite things from the workshop that has been put in throughout. You've gone for a really interesting, I've got them all written down here.
Yeah.
A really interesting selection that includes stuff that we don't usually show off, such as sort of piece-by-piece building sets that people have made.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a really nice touch. So we'll go into some of that sort of stuff in a bit.
I guess so one of the bits that I did work on in the game was the piece-by-piece scenery. I did quite a lot involved in that. Like I do a lot of the data setup side of that, for instance.
Data setup side. So what does that mean? Because obviously an artist would draw those pieces, and we can, as people who aren't game designers, we can understand what that means. But from a game design perspective, what does that mean?
Yeah. So, like, sort of the basic work is I have like some database software, and I will fill out what would essentially look to you as like an Excel spreadsheet.
Okay.
You know, it's a giant spreadsheet filled with numbers, and there's just pages of data, and then you try and do clever things within that piece of software to make sure the data lines up and it works and it shows the right thing. So, me changing a number in there means that a number in the game changes.
Okay.
Right? That's
yeah. Everyone squints and goes, yeah, I think that makes sense. Very cool. No, that's awesome. So as you were saying, the piece-by-piece building set was important.
Yeah.
So it's important to you that you've been
yeah.
impressed by
So
what people
I enjoy this stuff. It's kind of like it's an engaging thing for me to have worked on, and then to have this like this bottom level, and then you get these other things in the workshop where people have made modular sets that enable people to build out of that faster. Like more. That was really cool to see, because it's like an intermediary stage. It's awesome. Yeah,
it is, and we'll show some of those in a bit. So why don't we click over to the game with the camera now.
I can't speak Planko, thanks Steve.
Can't speak Planko. Dave, can you speak Planko? Great. Awesome. And can I just say as well, obviously we will get Bo back as well next week. Again, sorry, very disappointing live stream. If you've just tuned in, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that neither of us are Bo.
No. We need like face masks.
Yeah, like a Bo masks. We should have printed those off. That would have been good. But yeah, Bo will be back on Wednesday next week. And I think we'll be doing a challenge Ed and Bo then, finally getting around to doing it. Lots of community live streams coming up over the next few weeks as well, until we have more new juicy stuff to tell you. But that will happen. We will be here on stream again talking about new stuff coming to the game on the streams at some point in future. But for now, let us embrace the community and show off some awesome stuff. All right, so should I show that the one thing that I just showed you before as well first?
Yeah.
Because that was pretty cool. I've downloaded a couple of parks, which is unusual for Workshop Wonderland. I thought we would do something different. No, not Ed's Amazing Castle. It wasn't very amazing. But let's have a look at this mini carnival, which I thought maybe Bo has already showed this off on a previous episode, but I don't know if you've seen it.
No.
Apart from what I just literally showed you before, yeah.
This is brand new.
Yeah.
For me.
I mean, immediately look at this thing. I might even shrink us down a little bit in the corner so we can have a full, so people can see more of the park. Yeah. But this is a mini carnival made, of course. I have written this down as well. I learned from the best. I think this is from the Zenith team, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think this is from the Zenith. I wrote it down, honestly. But as you can see, this is awesome. This test your strength thing. And immediately we had producer Steve Wilkins in here as well, watching before while we were getting set up, and he was just so impressed by this, like these things. It's like how have you made these?
Yeah, I'm still not sure what that's made up of, and I know all the pieces in the game.
Yeah, it's various signs and things like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's all signs. There's a lot of fairy lights in there and shapes and things, but
yeah, a lot of the cool stuff that you see in here. This is obviously supposed to be a bit more of a sort of small town carnival, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which I really like. You've obviously got the horror house over here, which I feel like they could have done more work on the outside of the horror house. I don't know what's happened there.
Yeah.
Maybe the idea is that it's supposed to be unfinished. I don't know.
To answer some quick questions, my favourite ride in the game is the Collider. Sorry, the name escaped me for a minute. And my favourite scenery piece is the bigger clock. The one that moves with the time of day. I think that's really awesome. So,
look at this thing.
#1 horse race.
It's just,
in the world.
But like that looks like something that's been prefabricated for the game.
It does.
But look at that. That's amazing.
That's great.
I absolutely love. I know that we've done a lot of Workshop Wonderlandy type stuff here but look, they've made gingerbread icing pieces.
Yeah, I guess those must be the
These?
What do you call them now?
Rectangle small. Oh, the balls?
The balls, yeah.
Yeah, so they're, prolate spheroid wine.
Prolate spheroid, yeah.
Of course.
They were fun to name.
Classic.
It's like, yeah, what do I call this object?
It's long, thin, and spherical.
There was a lot of Googling on that day.
I bet there was. I remember an email going around because, of course, some of the individual items for the festive update were biscuits.
Yeah.
And they were like, an email came around to everybody in the company saying, we need the name of these biscuits, do you know them? And I was like, I've got my own biscuit shop, I must know them. And I didn't know them, but I thought that was quite funny. So yeah, the naming conventions of those things must be fun. So this is Zenith team, right? I got that wrong. I hope so. But yeah, look, ball in the bucket. Come in. Come on. Wait, these are buckets from... Are these buckets? Yeah, so they are buckets. That is
from the festive set. There's a snowman.
It's good, mixed with a robotic arm.
Nice.
It's just a real ridiculous creative use. And then I like the hats hanging at the side, like the prizes.
Yeah. And the aliens playing the games. Those
yes, it is a nice touch because if you look from a distance, it looks like people are just sitting down playing it. Which is just so good. And then, of course, classic rides, nicely done.
It's so
I mean,
bright.
that's a beautiful ride skin.
Oh, that's really nice. What are those lights running off with the... Is that how it is in the main game? It might be.
No, it's a vertical... Just
all the spotlights that are flickering on the sides.
On there.
They look like... You can't sequence them.
Like, I can't click on it because it's inside of the building.
Yeah, maybe chat will tell me.
The operations. No, they won't be sequenced then, will they? Very nice. The Hug-a-Duck, classic.
Yep.
Look at that. With the prizes in the back.
How many of these do you think are British-centric? Are they...
I think these guys are mostly European. But this is beautiful. And then, of course, the central piece is something that we put in the game.
Yeah.
But for once, finally. And then Strike 3.
Real.
Yeah. It's super good. What's this little... He's got a little computer there. Sure. All right. He's happy. And then... Shoot the sheriff. Of course, he's got the guy shooting. It's losing money, but we don't mind that. The park's losing money, but that's fine. And then, nice one over there. And then I don't know how far in you can go here. Oh, is this the entrance? Oh, look at this. It's got signs.
Right inside the cinema. The movie posters.
Oh yeah, movie posters inside. And then... Oh, I didn't know they've actually made a cinema. That's amazing.
Wow.
Robin in the Woods with by Marlon branded. And then if you sit back exactly in line, there you go. That's incredible! That's a good job, guys. Well done. And then let's see what's showing on screen too. Shipwrecked. Tom Bruce.
Tom Bruce.
Oh, and Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock.
Dullock, yeah. Got away with it.
Yeah. And then just like the tiny thing, like tiny little attention to detail of like the outside exit having like a light over it with the cairn. This deserves some sort of award. Like coming soon posters. Sorry, I know that we've only got like an hour and I'm probably taking what's.
I guess we should.
Yeah, let's move on to some of your pieces.
But what's it called? If people want to find it in the workshop.
This is called. Good question. This is called.
I thought you wrote this down.
I did. This is the one I didn't write down.
Ah, okay.
But we can have a look at it from the main menu in a second now, and then I'll let you take over. Sorry.
No.
That was. That was Mini Carnival by Zenith.
Mini Carnival by Zenith.
So I think that's the Zenith team. I think it's a group of guys that work together.
Well done.
And yeah, well done. So you've got. Do you want to load up one of these first? Which one do you want to load up first? You know what? I can pass over the controls to you. How do you feel about that?
Okay. Last time I struggled to like mouse stuff and talk.
Okay, well I can do that for you then. Pass it back. Pass it. Come on, pass it back over. Sorry, I'll control things.
I can answer more questions.
Yeah, sure.
What is going on here? Bo's not here.
Sorry, that's what happened, and it all went horribly wrong.
You've been left with us.
Right, which is nice. So, why did you choose this one? Why have you chosen to showcase this one, which was called, of course,
Mystery Mountain
by Doodle Imp. Mystery
Doodle
Mountain by Doodle Imps. This is someone from the... So you can download this, but what is it about it that...
I really liked it as an example of a sandbox map that you can do that had a different terrain to start out.
Okay.
That's not the big grassy field and stuff, which it's just interesting to me. And I'd like to build around this, but I started to test it out later on and went, actually, I'm going to have to do loads of terrain editing. So.
Around it. Okay, I see.
Yeah, it's just a nice environment, right?
No, it does look good.
And it blends in really well with the rest of the whole alpine background as well. So, yeah, I just really liked it. It's completely dark.
Well, you know, get some nice shots like that at night.
Very moonlit.
Almost Pride Rock-esque. Copyright infringement. Copyright infringement. All right. Well, it's nice, but there's another one you slept in as well.
So let's move on from that one because it's simple.
Yes, lovely.
Simple but good.
Yeah, Mystery Mountain by Doodle Imp.
Yeah, and there's not too many of those sandboxes. I feel like that's a niche that people could take advantage of. But.
Yeah. Where is their first-person shooter in the game? Asked William. William, you're in the wrong live stream, mate. No, I'm joking. This is Planet Coaster, and we're showing off some of the amazing creations by the community here. Everything that you see that we're showing off today has been made by the community, and you can download it and use it in your own parks. All piece by piece made. It's just incredible. We've got senior designer. I almost said designer, and then you would have had to storm off the live stream. I've had enough, Lewis. Here with us to talk us through his choices, which I think is lovely. Right, let's go. Sandbox downloads. And this one here is quite cute, by the way, as well. Just a little shout out to Pony Coaster, Ponyville. I thought it was very, very cute. I love the little farmhouses that they've made, and like everything's very rainbowy and colourful. So check out Pony Coaster's Ponyville. I don't know if we'll have time. But this one
is starting grassland
terrain. You can't read my handwriting. Don't even try. It's this one. By Relic. Shimo Kubai Reservoir. Kubai Reservoir. Yeah. Again.
It's just a lovely little grassland starter terrain. It's great.
Cool.
And it's got a couple of things in it as well. So there's like a sort of a water something
nice.
Plant, right?
It's very, look at that. This is Planet Coaster. Is it? Are you sure this is Planet Coaster? Is that a Planet Coaster screenshot or is it a farm simulator screenshot? Look at that.
Yeah. Then it has these big flat surfaces as well, so you can do lots with it. Just thought it was really cool.
That's really nice. He's made it look like a reservoir.
This one actually does stuff if you turn it to night.
Oh.
I feel like I've set this up too much, but
this it's fine. Oh no!
So it's
I like
just a nice little bit of light.
Oh, the light coming out the top.
Just keeps
of those.
it subtle.
And then here, and they've really gone to town on this reservoir. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
I feel like what's his name from? No, I don't. Doesn't matter. There's a housing program. I love what you've done with those stairs. He's the Geordie guy. He's amazing. It's brilliant.
Different one.
I love what you've done with those stairs. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make any sense. So, is this the one we're gonna start placing some stuff down that you picked?
Yeah, I think so.
I picked a few things as well, but I'm here to show off your things, not my things first. So, let's jump straight in.
Yeah.
Any questions for Dave about being a designer? Please do put them down in the chat as well.
Any things that I do? Anything about simulation, flat ride, scenery?
Stuff that's currently in the game as well, because we aren't currently talking about stuff coming in the future. But one thing we can say is that you are working on stuff.
Oh yeah,
the game is continually being developed and worked on. So great, which is nice to know. I always think it's just nice to remind people of that it is a finished game. It's out there, but we're always looking to improve it. That's the Blueprints song. Right. So which one's first? Let's hide that away so we don't spoil too many things. What would you like to show off first? Well, you pick out from here, because I've got some things of mine on there as well.
Maybe, I really like this Tuscany church over here. I mean, this is not a modular thing; it's just really cool.
I've closed it down. Excellent.
A sucker for the odd.
Yeah,
really pretty thing as well.
I mean, there's no harm in that, is there? Let's put it next to the dam to make it look a little prettier than it does currently. Let's try not to get it floating. There you go.
What flat ride are you most desperate to get into the game? That's a sneaky question.
Probably best not to answer that for now. But look,
going to leave it at a surprise.
A surprise one that I really like. Look at that. That's really beautiful. Lovely piece of work. That is by, oh God, A Tuscany Church is by Gin and Tonic, spelt Jhin plus tonic. So
Yep.
gin space and space tonic. Jhin and tonic. And yeah, they've made this Tuscany Church. You can download it right now if you want to have that in your park. If you want to make like a Tuscany type village. That's just one of the pre-prepped sides, isn't it? But yeah, lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. Any reason you're just a sucker for nice looking things?
Yeah, it's just really nice.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think it's quite. Well, it's easy to make castle-looking things in the game, but then just that extra level of decoration where you've got things that make it feel, like it's from Tuscany. That's the idea, right? It's, and it just kind of works.
And now I'm going to show off one of mine choices. As people might know who've watched this a few times, I like to go for the slightly unusual things, and this appealed to me a lot because I like strange uses of the stuff that's in game. They've made like if we zoom in, again, what game are we looking at there? What game is that? And then maybe make it like night time. Wait, no, you can't see that.
I don't think that worked.
No, it not.
You went 12 a.m. for night.
On.
There you go.
And then you've got like you're inside a house, and then you can see the moonlight a little bit, but you get my point. Mm-hmm. And then
I just said I'd answer questions.
Go ahead, yeah.
I've missed them. They've gone past. So if you want to repeat, that'd be good.
Yeah, repeat some questions and
or we can scroll up.
I'll continue my my journey through because these are all part of a set. Oh, I must say who that's from. That is by Basic Living Room is by Makoya 111. Makoya, M-A-C-O, 111. Well done on making this Basic Living Room. They've also made an entire set of modern furnishings.
Wow.
Which is such classic me choices, by the way. And I just like the I like it. It's just a different use of the tools. Here's look at that.
My favourite toilet maestro is clearly Gregor Burns.
Yeah, of course.
And speaking of toilets.
Oh, have you got one? Yeah, that's the next one we'll go for.
Okay.
Oh, look at this little pepper pot that they put on the side using a bauble. Look at this thing.
So many sneaky questions.
Be very careful, otherwise you'll never be allowed back. Hey, look, here's a desk.
Creating scenery items is actually, we kind of give the artists a lot of free reign, so they start with a theme and then I say we give them free reign, they take it. They're artists, they want to make amazing stuff and they do. But if we give them a little bit of freedom and say, there's not a list here, it's make the coolest stuff you can in the time you've got. And they sort of do that. And we get ideas from the forums and things like that. There is obviously a concept art section to the team. So the concept art, they do start from concept art and then go like that, but occasionally there'll also be things we can make without the concept art because it's part of something else. Like most concept art will have more than one object in it. So you'll make concept art for a theme and then build a bunch of objects out from that theme and just see how much you want to split it down and that kind of thing.
What I've done here is I've made a really strange art installation. It's about working outdoors and the effect of nature. No, it's not. It's just I've just randomly placed them. But I just like this stuff. I think it's cute. I like strange uses of these things, like the blocks and these things to make sort of things like table decorations. And this light. I mean, look at this light.
That's the street lamp as well.
That's a street lamp buried in the ground.
I mean, it's awesome. I don't know.
Pieces of paper. What? You don't know what?
Just the level of creativity, like where you get the idea.
I don't know how you would use. I don't know where you would ever use this. All right. Well, talking of toilets, as you did from Gregor Burns earlier, we can't have an episode of
the Unicorn Bathroom by someone.
Unicorn Bathroom by Mr. Mask.
Mr. Mask.
Mr. Mask.
M-A-S-Q.
Let's lighten up this area here with that. So, talk me through what's happening here. I like...
It just caught my eye, right? It's eye-catching.
Uh-huh.
Just, yeah.
It's...
It's not by Gregor Burns, which
is disappointing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's very good. I like its tail. like its colourful tail.
That's not a tail.
Oh. Right, okay. Next selection. Unless I grab one of mine while you answer some more questions.
I mean, we can. There was one I saw it and I forgot what it is.
So I've got some rides. I've got loads of stuff to show. We're halfway through, so we should start.
Yeah. Maybe we get rapid on this.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do some rapid fire ones. Right. I'll pick one. This is props buses by SJ Factory. It's props, so just search for SJ Factory. I like these. These are very cool. Again, creative use of the tools in the game. You've got obviously like a sort of police van type situation going on, or a fire engine. No, because that one's. This is a tiki cheeky, like a food van, I'm assuming.
Somebody asked about glass. Am I on the art side of design or technical? More technical than art. Definitely more technical. I don't really do any drawing that goes into the game. It's not a thing. Glass. So we don't really have transparent glass in the game, and the reason for that is performance related, basically. I'm not a programmer, so I wouldn't be able to tell you how much of a performance drag it is, but you know, if you have see-through objects, they cost more than regular objects.
Right. And you say cost more, you mean
in terms of frames per second, right? You'd start losing stuff, and there are different things in the game which are more intensive on that style of thing, but the things people want to build with glass, like you try and build a skyscraper and then your frames go down, and it's not as fun a gameplay experience. And I can see why you would still want the glass even though it has the frames, right? That seems reasonable. But for us as a development team, we can make something that looks okay that you can use, or we can make something awesome that isn't glass and you can use that.
It's better performance and stuff
yeah,
like that.
I think that's the opportunity
it's
cost.
It's trades, isn't it? Yes,
exactly.
Roundabouts and all that. Hey, so let's pick another one of your selections first. Let's get, at the start, I said that you picked some interesting ones that are more piece by piece because you're interested in the piece by piece stuff.
Yeah.
We haven't really shown off that much stuff.
Start off with that gondola set there.
Okay.
And head over towards the mountain.
Okay. Head over towards the mountain.
So someone has made.
So I'm going to just place them down here.
Yeah, just plonk it down. So it's a modular kit, right? The idea is that you split this apart and build out in sections.
Okay. Which I'm going to try and do.
Well,
should I try and do it, or did you
don't have to complete it.
Yeah. Okay. But then I'd have to select parts of it, wouldn't I?
Yeah, exactly. So that you've got a starter kit, and you can see just that you can adapt this to your environment, right? If somebody gave you a fully complete gondola, it wouldn't actually be that much use to you because you still have to tear it apart, and it's just a really nice workshop kit from that.
How am I doing this? I'm doing this
so take off multi-select.
Get off.
Press escape or something.
Get off. There you go. Then edit.
Hit half edit or press that button, and then drag select like a box around that stuff.
Okay. Done. That's what I was trying to do, but I thought you could.
And then one of these buttons up there is the one next to it.
Duplicate it.
But you can duplicate, but you can also split from selection. So then it'll be like a building all of its own.
Okay, which I've just then done by then clicking away. Apparently.
Yeah, there's a different way to do it. I think
it's probably a smarter way of doing it, but I've managed to get it this far.
There's some kind of shortcut.
So the idea is you put it up sort of there.
Yeah, pop that in the air. Then go grab some wire pieces and put it down like that.
And then sort of maybe that high up because of course, well, that's not going out anywhere, is it?
Maybe. I'm gonna let you struggle and answer some questions. I guess I'll wait 30 seconds for it to...
Yeah.
Why did we change the look of the Screaminator? That's an art decision, ultimately. Sam Denny is very particular about the way things look, essentially, and he wants it to fit more with the look of Planet Coaster. It'd be one to ask him, basically, a good question for him. But we trust in our art team, and they make really good calls all the time, so... we get that sometimes there are things in the game that we then change, and people are like, "Oh, but I liked that version," and it's unfortunate, really.
Yeah, okay, now. All right, okay, and then you can see how this would work. I'm not gonna try and do all of it now, but
what's my favourite coaster? Waffle Lord. Is that Aaron?
Anyway, you can see how this would work. I'm not going to do it all now because you'd have to do it take you a lot of time to...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would move on personally.
But you can see the idea behind it, and it is very good and well done to
It's not functional, no.
The gondola Dionysus.
Yeah.
Lovely gondola set. Obviously, results may vary depending on how much of an idiot you are when trying to control the game. Like me. All right. So next one.
What is my favourite coaster?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. So, probably the werewolf, because I built one of the scenarios in Alpha 1, and that had a werewolf in it. That's called Bluebird. So I was really proud of that because it took me about a week, back when the coaster tools weren't as polished as they are now.
Ah, nice. And you made like okay, cool.
That's my first custom corkscrew running through that. So
Yes. Can I pick one that I've made really quickly?
Yep.
I'm a sucker for a joke. And I thought I'd put the rock concert in there. I like this guy here because it looks like he's got a little like face.
Slightly scared. Yeah, it's Aaron. Hello.
Look at those guys. Check them out. Anyway, they're at a rock concert. Enough of that silly joke. Next thing from you, please. Monsieur Bamber.
Go for the one right next to the gondola, which is the Greebled sci-fi modular set.
Greebled. What does Greebled mean?
What does Greebled mean? It's sort of like a set dressing term from the movie industry.
Oh, is that right? So this person might have some...
So if you wanted to make a sci-fi set back in the 70s or something like that, then you would get a big piece of plasterboard and then just start grabbing bits and pieces like from model construction
and just
kits.
shoving them on there at random places.
Often like the offcuts of plastic and stuff like that, just greebles. They would just add detail in to make it look like it was doing something.
Like it would look like it's sci-fi and just like bleeping, booping, little lights
exactly. There's always stuff in there that doesn't do anything, has no functional purpose. But it looks complicated, which is what you want, right? You just want to pass along the idea of this is a complicated wall, and that's great. So this guy has gone to town above and beyond the greebles that we've got.
The guy or gal? Sorry. Yeah, that's fine. That is Mad Beach Fun.
Mad Beach Fun.
And mad people at the beach can have mad fun regardless of their gender.
Exactly, yeah.
So that's awesome. Looks really nice. Nice job.
And you can, do very much the same thing. And I guess we should probably we need to rattle through.
Yeah.
Right?
Next. Sorry, if you want to get through. I'm sorry, it's my fault. Rambling too much.
Do you want to go for the lights?
The lights?
The one that lights alphabetical, whatever it's.
Yeah. All right. So what have they done here, and why have they done it?
Spin around to the other side. Each of these letters is made up of the square light prop.
Right.
In individual bits.
So if I go to the night, will it?
Yeah, it's all illuminated. And so you can, type out your own words effectively.
Nice. So they've just created a really nice, I think it's Angelus, Angelus 82, Lightbox alphabet and numericals. So they just give it, again, you're keen to show off these because you like
modular stuff.
Modular stuff,
right?
Yeah.
It's a design thing, I guess. It's almost like you're a bit of a
framing there.
What's the word? It's like, I don't know. You like everything, things that have a function. That's what you like as a designer. You don't want to see something and go, that doesn't fit.
That doesn't do anything, or doesn't fit. Yeah.
It's just like a sort of, then it's something that starts to pervade your everyday life, and you look for patterns and everything, and you go, why doesn't that work like this? And annoy everyone around you.
The only thing that I'm not going to delete is this, which is, I deleted half of that by accident.
There was a comment I laughed at, but it's gone. I don't know.
Anyway. Great. Next thing, I will bring that up in a sec. Okay. Next thing on the list is. Oh, sorry. Did we say who that was from? Yeah, Angelus. Yeah.
Angelus.
One of mine. Yeah. Sorry, mine are all really silly though. Well, they're not all really silly. Some of them are just like.
It's good.
Really
it's a nice counterpoint.
What about the lights?
Yes.
These are really lovely.
Turn the night back on.
Hey, dang it. There you go. All right, so somebody has made these. I say somebody, I mean Lyrical, I suppose that's what's supposed to be. Lyrakell has made these wonderful pieces. They're called zoo lights, and this is just like just great decoration in your park. Really, really lovely. It comes as a set, so I've picked a few of them. This is the flamingo, which I think is really nice too, and I love the flickering of the lights as well.
Yeah.
Giving it that
if you want a duplicate move button, it's Control X. That's the shortcut.
I think that's a jellyfish. I feel like I'm at Blackpool Promenade.
Yeah.
That's actually how it makes me feel.
I love
cat,
that all of these came from the the festive set, right? The holiday update stuff. This is all fairy lights, and that it really took off in a way. I guess maybe we should have expected it.
Yeah.
Because we gave you colourable lights.
Look at that!
But yeah, that's awesome.
It's a lovely. It looks completely different to anything else that I've seen as well. And I've got one more as well that I didn't pick out, and that is this cat.
Yeah.
So there's a selection of cats over here.
That's just inspired,
Isn't it? And it's a lovely. Yeah, it's just lovely. Like the cats are fantastic as well. Like they look like real cats.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Hi, Katie.
And that's by. Hello, Katie. And
Lots
that's by. Yeah, it's good. Who does that was by? Oh yeah, Lyrical. Well done, Lyrical. Nice job.
Sorry.
It's all right. It's your dad telling you off for being on what are you saying on the live stream. All right, next one from you. I'll leave those there, I think.
Let's go for this one down here, which is not a modular thing.
Actually, this one was shown on... Put the lights back on again. This one was shown on one of Beau's previous streams.
Okay.
But it's nice. It's
still cool. But move on.
Really cool use of the lighting. But no, we'll give him a shout out again because it was great and it was selected by more than one person.
Zen Rider 420.
Zen Rider 420. Yeah, Zen Rider 420 gets a shout out on mine as well, actually, on my side of things too. Yeah, with the tennis court, which I may as well just really quickly bring up now, if it's been downloaded properly. Yeah, here it is. Again, I love creative use of the tools, and so you'll often see me picking stuff like this. But this is just so cool. Like, this is so cool. Like, look at... It's just really fun, isn't it? Just a lot of nice fun.
Does anyone want to repeat a question that I missed?
Nah, don't worry about it. And then if you do nighttime as well, he's obviously got the floodlights on for the tennis courts. I just think it's fun. Very nice. Good job. Well done.
Yeah, it's awesome. The real world stuff is sometimes just things look photorealistic when they get the right lighting,
the right lighting, the right angle. Yeah.
And the first one I ever did for that.
Let's cover the questions.
Was Cucamonda. He did like an Aztec temple, which I think we probably put out on in a trailer or something. And that was everyone in the office that walked past my screen would double take and go because they think it was a background, and then they go, oh, this is the game. How? This is before people really mixed and matched building grids, and then you know it's.
So somebody asked in the chat about the name of the people who made the lights. That's Lyrakel, Lyrakell for the name. Lights.
The name of for the lit up stuff.
Yeah. I think these lights.
Who was that?
Lyrakel. So Lyrakel. Lyrakel, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can find that, and you can just search for Zoo Lights Flamingo, and then you can see the full collection in there.
I think we did answer the one about the Screaminators look. But it is also a better question for Sam Denny when you next see him. I'm sure they will see him. Making trouble.
All right, here we go. Next one is I'm going to select this medieval arena set here. Is that okay?
Yep. Another set.
Just another set. Another little looking
synchronized stuff and we don't really have anything to announce on that front, but we certainly know that you guys want it. So, you know. That's about as much as I can answer on that one.
These thrones. That's a lot of fun. So this is like a again, somebody's created a full set of things people to use.
Yeah,
so
it's like you could make a full-on Renaissance fair out of this.
Yeah, Lullibut, I can't read my own writing. It's terrible. But yeah, you can make a full Renaissance fair out of that, which I think is really nice. And I just love the attention to detail of the steps up and like, look, as if you need the actual supports.
I think the ivy is one of the best props we ever made. That gets so much use.
Yeah.
And it's just detail, right? It just adds so much. That and the sneaky scaviola on top. That plant is not ivy.
No. Scaviola. I like the fact that you know what that is. So let's go back to blueprints, and so let's go to editing.
Yeah. Are which colours editable? Some of them will be.
Nice. Okay. And same as well. Same person, Lullibut, and well done Lullibut for doing this. Also made this tunnel set. This is an interesting choice.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you go for this one?
It's like a modular little sort of path tunnel covery thing. I mean, maybe I picked them all for the same reason, I guess.
You just like the fact that people can then grab these and use them however they want in their own.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, I like the sci-fi set is probably my favourite set, I think.
Okay.
I might contradict myself later on, but they're all my favourite sets. But because it's the one that surprises me the most often.
Yeah.
Right? When I see the fairy tale stuff, I know what that is. And when I see the sci-fi stuff, often I'm like, I have no idea how you, like, which movie is that from?
Yeah.
Did you make that one up on yourself? Like, it's just
very unique looking, isn't it? Talking of sets, well, we've got something cool here actually that isn't a set.
Yeah.
Another choice. Trying to move things on a bit quicker because I've got loads of choices still to go through. This cool steampunk generator. We see a lot of steampunk stuff actually, because I think that the pieces really do support like a steampunk.
Yeah, the animated pieces are really strong.
But I really like this.
Yes.
Specifically, and the furnace.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is specifically supposed to be a steampunk power generator by Cascade. But yeah, I think that's just so cool, like the Tesla sort of thing, and then using the rocks and compacting them in there to make them in as if they're in a cage.
Yeah. The questions for are we getting stuff, I can't really answer.
Yeah.
So
unfortunately, yeah, we're not going to be talking about stuff that's coming in the future in the game, but we're just talking about what's currently in the game. But we will be back on these live streams and answering your questions. Just keep your eye on the forum and on social media, because will tell you when we're going to have that information available.
When we have stuff to announce, we are going to tell you.
Yeah, definitely.
As much as possible. And when you're keen to see something that we don't have, then the forums is a really good place for you to post that and get support for that idea.
Yeah, because you guys go on there quite a lot and take a lot of that feedback on board, don't we? And so do we in the community team as well, to try and catch all of that and make sure all the sentiment's heard across the board.
I mean, it sounds like a platitude, right? It sounds, we read them, but we actually do. Like, a good part of my day, I probably spend...
Too long.
Yeah, too long. An hour at least every day reading forums.
Wow. There you go.
Just because the detail some people get into is, like, and other people have annotated pictures and stuff, like... It's really worthwhile stuff.
Yeah. So thank you for that, everybody. And it will be the people who watch this that actually go in there and post as well. So
our most dedicated fans.
Right, let's do Viking Village set. This is lovely. This is something that looks very different to anything that I've seen before as well, actually.
Yeah.
Again, so that'll please me.
The roofs are designed sort of go right down to the floor, pretty much. So.
Yeah. All right, so you're talking about like that.
I think so. I mean, maybe you don't.
Well, let's just we'll float them, and then
that
way we can see how it's been put together as well. But yeah, it's just again a lovely modular building set for people to go in and grab different types of roofs to build, or different types of buildings to make their own little village.
Exactly, and you can just see how quick it would be to do it if you have a coaster, just to plop some of the stuff around it, and then you have a whole section which is based around this thing. Yeah, and that I've got to say is made by Rohana Ardeis. Viking Village set by Rohana Ardeis. Well done. It looks really, really nice. God, what time are we on? Okay, only 15 more minutes left, and hundreds of things to get through. Let me post. We've got a couple of rides as well that I've chosen, but again, they come in a set, so we'll do those in a minute. Any particular ones that you want to definitely get out there? No, I think I've got through the ones that I'm really keen on. Maybe the coaster station one, but
where's that one?
Scroll up in the middle. That one.
Nice.
Modular coaster station.
Okay. Very simple.
Yep, and it has one end, left end, a right end, and middle section, and then you can put in as many middle sections as you want and just build it out. And I just thought it was a really nice way to present a coaster station.
Yeah, giving people the option to do it as long or as short as they want it to do it. Yeah, it's been designed with other people in mind in future to grab it. Exactly. That's such a special thing.
Even down to your ride's name. On the sign.
It was one of the ones I picked as well, like a big super sci-fi one that we picked once, and in that it had instructions written on it.
Wow.
in the customizable signs, which I thought was so good. Hello, by the way, everybody. How are you? Again, just a quick reminder. Sorry that Bo's not here. She's not feeling very well. But yes, get well soon, Bo, and all that. We'll be back next week with a challenge, Ed and Bo. But tonight, Dave Bamber is filling in here. David, Dave.
Dave.
You are a
Go
Dave.
Dave.
I thought Dave, but I wrote David everywhere. Is that the thing where you write it down? It's David, but then
It's like my official name, I suppose.
the official. I suppose like me, like Edward. I write it down to Edward everywhere, but then
Yeah. If you met the Queen, what would you be?
I would be yo yo yo. Yeah, that's what I would say to her.
Yo-Yo Edward.
Yo yo Edward. I'd get her to call me something ridiculous. I don't know. Anyway, right. So I think we've shown off most of the stuff. Oh, we've got these little gems, which I think
they
you
were,
like.
They were cool. Just out of the primitives, right? The art shapes.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really cool. And if you turn it to nighttime, they glow.
We have to do that. We have to do that. Do they? Wait. You thought they did?
Maybe.
They should be doing.
Oops. Maybe they don't glow. Quick, get a red spotlight.
Yeah. Maybe the thing you saw them in they were, or something like the example that they were used in.
I can be wrong, Ed. That's fine.
No. You're never wrong. David Bamber is never wrong.
I am originally from Warrington, which is a town between Manchester and Liverpool.
Hey, I'm originally from Blackpool, so
Yeah.
we're not from that far away from one another.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then we've got, here we go. Okay, so I've picked a few coasters, actually, to show, because you can't do all those coasters. But I've done a selection. It's a series of coasters. Oh, sorry, the gems, really quickly, are by Mark Bloomberg.
Bloomberg?
Nice. And then the modular coaster section is by Sagittari. And, God, we've got through a lot of these today.
Yeah.
The coaster build, Mad Beach Fun. I think we've covered it.
Did you do the medieval, the arena thing?
Yeah, but I think we said
Lillibut.
again. Yeah, so very good. This one is my choice here. By Zed, X-E-Z-D, X-E-Z, X-E-D-Z, I'm assuming, or Xed. He made a series of very cool coasters called Ride in a Box. So we'll place it, we'll do Ride in a Box 1 first. So the first Ride in a Box he made was this one.
It's like a PC.
Isn't that crazy? Look, it's got a little scanner. It is like a PC, isn't it? I feel like we should test it, but I kind of want to just watch it in action.
All those are going to glow at night as well.
Oh, no, that's a good point. Nope, yeah. But we need to click off that so we can see it, sort of. Yeah.
I guess just
Ride
those outer
in a
things.
box. Am I right? That's cool. Ride in a PC.
Has he managed to get it with a good excitement, intensity, and everything as well?
No, I'm probably not. Let's find out.
Speed up time.
You're actually genuinely interested. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's
Whoa.
genuinely a good ride. That's impressive.
Let's ride it really quickly. Should we ride it? Should we ride it, chat?
Someone from Warrington. Big up Warrington. Is that how you say?
big up Northwest. Are you from, Is it Lancashire?
Yeah.
Good old Lancashire.
Northwest. Woo.
Anyway, that's fun. I'm not going to ride that one because I don't know if we have. Oh, we've got enough time. Let's ride it.
Yeah.
If everybody doesn't mind us riding, of course. Here we go. Oh, that's the sea.
Yeah.
It's alright. I'm going to be at the back.
Don't know if I agree with that rating.
My neck doesn't agree with the rating. Okay. Car 1, seat. There. Right. With the front. There you go. Your hands up in the air, ready.
I would.
This
in real life, very much.
It's cowering, head down.
I always really struggle with photos. Whenever I have a ride photo taken, my eyes just shut. I have to really try really hard and so my eyes are streaming because I don't know where the photo is and they're like keep going.
And so it's either or really trying hard or just closed,
exactly. You just get one or the other.
This is crazy that he's managed to get the ratings. Do you think that he built it with the ratings in mind inside this box or built the box around it after making a really tight coaster?
I give him that credit.
So he made a really tight little coaster and then he built a box around it, surely. Anyway, it's part of a series. Well done. That's really lovely, Zed. Part of a series. We're going to have to place the next one further over here, though, which has ruined my plan. But that's all right. We can do that. Park management. Don't worry about park. It's fine. So, Ride in a Box 2, again, by Zed. So, he updated it. Look at that! How
The skull on the side.
awesome is that with the lights shining out?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
It's
Oh
so
look,
good, man.
pretty good at night.
Why is this not?
Ah, the lasers as well. Good job.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
it's so nice.
2 trains as well.
Yeah, I don't know how
that's probably
he's done
efficient.
this. Yeah, and that's oh god.
Wow.
It's so creative.
Yeah.
How do I? Hold on. Let's edit the building. I just want to see. No, I don't want to do that. That's not edit the building. It's not what I want to do at all. I want to see what the test results are. Another good one.
Yep.
Another good one. Let's ride it.
Yep.
Here we go.
That's one of the hardest things to do is,
Opening door at the start.
is have a good footprint on a ride, right? It's that sort of, once you get good at making really good coasters, then you have to make one that fits into a really small gap. And yeah.
I just want to look at the amazing work. I'm glad that people think it's good. I think it's amazing. Yeah. I love the lasers as well. We'll put it on at night as well in a second to show you.
If you've got suggestions like elevators, pop them on the forums.
It's a very
It's
short
the best way.
It's a very short coaster, but that's fine. I can handle that. All right, and let's see it at night time. Oh yeah! Imagine that in real life,
What does
though.
it look like from a distance? If you zoom out, is it still super bright? That's great.
It's so good. And the final in Zed's series. Again, we won't spoil the nighttime setting. We'll go to PM. Yeah. Is. Well, the final one so far in Zed's series. Zed, if you're watching, make some more of these. These are awesome. And it's another good one, by the way. It's another good, it's a decent coaster, is number 3. So this is slightly different.
Oh, I can imagine what this is going to look like lit up.
What is going on here? I mean, yeah, okay. So you're thinking this is going to be, this is number 3. It starts in a sort of, it's a bit more of a sort of medieval theme.
Yeah.
It's another, it's really nice. Let's see what it looks like at night.
My tea's going cold. So exciting.
Pink. The pink version.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so you've got the green, the pink, and the sort of, well, that one's not lit up. Come on, Zed. But that was his first one, to be fair. He's upped his game
Only
since.
gets better with time.
Should we ride this one finally, and then so do we have test results? Yeah, another really good one.
Yep.
He's good. I'm impressed. Really attention to detail on the inside as well. Oh, might get a little choppy with the frame right here because we've got a lot of coasters going on, a lot of pieces.
Yeah.
So do you forgive us there? Yeah, so what I'll do is I will get rid of some of the unnecessary chaff.
It brings back memories of a crazy mouse ride.
Well, the wild mouse in Blackpool.
A real one. Not Blackpool. It was just like, it's like a pop-up fun fair.
Okay.
You thought wild mouses were terrifying.
Yeah.
Try a pop-up wild mouse that's been put up like a day before.
Yeah, this is lovely, isn't it? Yeah, Bo's enjoying that. Good.
Yeah.
Hello.
High 3P music. Yeah. Put them on forum. Put them on the forum.
Hi 3P Music, good to see you.
Reddit's good.
Looking forward to meeting 3P Music in Boston.
Yes. Well, I'm not going. So.
Yeah, but if you were.
Yeah. Reddit's good, but things get lost very quickly. So like it just moves so
It
fast.
moves too quickly.
It's like they're useful for different things, right? So it's good that you post on Reddit. It's good that you post on the forums. But if suggestions are on the forums, then they're easier for people to see and to gather around and that kind of thing.
That's so good. Really enjoyed that. Anyway, there you go. Thank you very much for sending these things in. They're so good. Everything we've shown tonight can be downloaded on Steam, of course, and used in your own parks. I love these 3 things. I want to see more from Zed. Zed, if you're watching, make some more little boxes, and we can make an entire box park. The box park is not in London. Anyway, anything more that we can show off before we leave? We've got another sort of 5 minutes. Let's go to a winter wonderland area.
Yeah.
We've not seen the festive land in a while. Just because it's not the holiday season doesn't mean you can't have festive-looking things. It's Christmas all year round in my household.
Do you stack? Oh, stack the box coasters. Too late.
Stack them.
It's gone.
Oh, now I'm going to do it. I'm scrap everything I just said. Now, really quick, we can stack them in the Arctic. It's all right. But thank you so much to everybody. Is some awesome stuff. Just to let you know, on Fridays we do Facebook Live as well. So tune in on Friday because we sort of do a catch up with all the news and stuff like that on Fridays on Facebook Live. Just so we randomly do it at about 2:30. So it's usually Bo and I come on and show some really cool stuff from the week and try to catch everybody up with the latest news. On Wednesdays we do a community stream every week. So if you are turning up for this the first time, do come back as well, because on Wednesdays it's usually with Bo. Next week we've got Challenge Edinburgh, where the community has set us some challenges. We're going to do those on streams.
It looked like a really interesting idea for that one.
An interesting idea, an interesting time where I'm bound to lose. And then we also have, as well, eventually, do keep an eye on these streams, keep an eye on the forums and social media and stuff like that, because we will eventually have news for you about the future of Planet Coaster and things like that. So do keep an eye on it, and eventually we'll be able to show you some stuff too. But for now, let's keep showing off a couple more things. Punk Street made this kitty cake coaster, and I just couldn't help but use it because it's lovely. Is it in the ground? No, it's not. It's sort of raised. It's difficult to tell. It doesn't matter. No, that's all right.
Might be honest.
Now, somebody informed me afterwards that this might be breaching some sort of infringement, but it is called Kitty Coaster and not any. There's nothing written else before it. But I just love how cutesy it is, and I don't care because look, cat kittens getting married on top, and that's really cute. With so much happiness going on. It's a wedding cake for cats, and it's got a roller coaster going through it, and then on the inside, if the controls don't go strange on me, there's all sorts of craziness happening. I mean, should we not spoil it? Should we ride it?
Yeah.
No, spoil it.
Teaser trailer.
Should we spoil it? Yes. All right, here we go. Oh no,
you could make a real creepy version of this with some nice green lighting.
Yeah, you could if you just changed all of the lighting to sort of like a weird, intense green.
Like these nutcracker faces just illuminate up the darkness.
Hello. Look at those two. And yeah, people trying to get into the comment. And then I love these, all the variety of snowmen around.
all the particle stuff.
Yeah, particle things. And all the biscuits as well, as we know were named. I wonder if this is a good coaster as well. Because that's one thing I find, like, I would definitely shoehorn in just a rubbish coaster into something that looks pretty. But what I find about our community is, they're like, no, the coaster has to be good too. Yeah. It has to be a good, high-scoring coaster. So we'll find out in a minute. And then, of course, the Nutcracker guys, they're at the end too. This is where my theory is completely disproven. And it comes up and it's like, no, terrible coaster. Well,
that's average,
you know,
right? That's not bad. Family would go on that.
I'm happy with that. I like that. And then finally, we're going to stack these.
Yeah.
Right in box one.
Go for it. See, the gems are lit up on the picture.
Yeah, I wonder why that's...
I don't know. Never mind.
Right in box two. Oh, it's not the right size. I thought they would all be an equal size. I'm disappointed.
Just one more constraint.
How dare they? Yeah. Oh God, no! Because I've got the green bars going through for the coaster. You could delete the sports though, couldn't you?
It's from the station, I think.
That's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine for the purposes of now.
Just looks like a grill, right? Did it on purpose.
Yeah, we did it on purpose. Let's start these off.
How hard were particle physics to do? If you ever have the particle, Dave Crossland is our particle wizard.
Did you just call him the particle? You're like, if you ever have the particle.
Yeah.
They are supposed to be small.
And so he can tell you the most about those. I think confetti was okay. Water was quite tricky. So there's a balance between like how many particles are on screen, because the more particles it is, the more FPS intensive it is, like frames per second.
Oh no, it's gone really wrong. Anyway, from this angle, check that out. It's stupid. Why have I done this? Because of that. The ultimate coaster experience.
That's a lot of suggestions. Some good ideas. Lots of suggestions.
On that note, though, I do have to say a big, huge thank you to Dave Bamber. If everybody could say thank you to Dave in the chat. We have got a giveaway to do, which usually we ask the guests to think of a phrase, but I don't want to put you on the spot unless you've got one already. That you
Hashtag on the spot.
Hashtag on the spot. I was going to say hashtag better with Bo. Hashtag better with Bo is what I want you to go for in the chat. And we'll give away a Planet Coaster poster, and I'll get it signed by a few of the guys as well. You happy to sign it?
Yeah.
So we'll be giving away a Planet Coaster poster. So hashtag better with Bo. And there you go. And thank you, Katie, saying you're famous, Dave. Yeah. And thanks to Dave. Hashtag better with Bo. Whatever you want to say, just keep saying things like that. And we'll pick somebody at random to win. So I wish you best of luck on everything that you do. Will you come back again at some point?
Yeah, I'm happy to.
Very cool.
It's always just tricky. Yeah. There's always questions, right?
Yeah, there's always questions, and there's always more stuff to pick from the community that they've made. And in future, when there's more, don't say anything. All right. So let's pick somebody at random, and remember, lots of stuff going on with Planet Coaster. We'll be back on Friday, hopefully, with the Facebook Live, where we just update people on the news. We're back on Wednesday with another community stream as well, and much more going on in future. So do stick with us. There you go. Better with Bo. All right, we're going to pick somebody at random.
I think Better with Dave won't get you a Planet Coaster.
It will not. All right, okay, let's have a look here. Randomly chose, looking away, using amazing tools. Yes, Yard of Terror, KY. Interesting. Interesting name, Yard of Terror, KY. But I've written you down on the official piece of paper here. Terror, KY.
Yep.
If you could send us a PM from your account to this account, so youtube.com/Planet Coaster, find a way to send a PM to us, we'll make sure we can verify you. Then also send an email to community@frontier.co.uk. So that's community@frontier.co.uk. Send an email to us there and say prize winner and tell us your name, and then also make sure you send us that PM so we can make sure you're not just sending us, you could just be a random stranger just sending us a message. Yeah. I trust you, really. Don't worry. But yeah, thanks very much, and thank you, everybody. We will see you, everybody, next time, and thank you again.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
See you.